Hi guys, today we are going to make poppies that we're going to share with the Mighty 8th Air Force Museum for their poppy project. So, to begin with, you need to get your supplies. Okay, you need 3 sheets of red paper, these squares that we've already cut out for you. And if we haven't, we have the template here and you can trace your own. They only need to be approximate, they don't have to be exact. Okay, you also need 1 square of green paper. This is going to be for the leaves. You need to borrow the template to trace the leaves onto it and cut them out. Okay, you're going to trace it on there. You need 1 pipe cleaner and you need some tape, a pair of scissors, and 1 small strip of crepe paper. Okay, so I'm going to take some crepe paper and I'm going to cut, about 4 inches worth. Doesn't have to be very long. Okay, and of course it's going to be approximate. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. You don't want to make it too long because you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is create the stamens. Right, here is our sample poppy. The stamens, of course, are these little pollination features of a flower that are the center of the poppy. So we're going to take this black crepe paper, fold it in half the long way. Okay, like this. This is in half. And then you're going to, on the open end, you're going to take some scissors and just cut little snips about halfway into the crepe paper. You don't want to make it all the way because you don't want to cut it off, but it's creating like the little fringe. You see how I've done that there? So you're going to do that all the way to the end, the long end, not the short end, of the crepe paper. So I'm going to finish doing that. And once I have done that, this is what you'll have. You'll have a piece of crepe paper that is totally fringed. All right, so now I'm going to take that and I am going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to place it on one edge, about halfway, maybe a little more, halfway up the crepe paper, maybe 3/4 of the way. And then I'm going to roll it so that the crepe paper fits nice and tightly onto the pipe cleaner. All right, and I'm going to do that all the way to the end of the crepe paper, which is why you don't want to make it too long. Whoops, I lost it. Okay, if that happens, you're just gonna stick it in there. When you get it rolled up, you're going to put a piece of tape around the bottom, okay, like so. And there you go. We have the stamens on the stem. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the flower part. So if you have 3 sheets of red paper and they're not exactly the same size, you can put the smaller one on top. And if they are all the same size, it doesn't matter. We're going to fold these all together in half and in half again. So we're going to fold it into 4ths, like so. Okay, we're going to keep the raw edge, the cut edge at the top, and take our scissors, and we're going to create the petals. So you can just round it off and just make 1 petal, or you can get a little fancier and make it more like a heart shape. I'm going to do this, and of course you can finesse this a little bit once you're done, but this is what I've done. So Now when you open it halfway, and at the very middle of all of them, you're going to make a tiny snip. Okay, this is as big as the snip needs to be. And then you're going to open them all. So here we go. We have them all open, and we have the snip in the middle, and we are going to take the bottom of the stem, not the part with the stamens, the bottom, and we're going to string the poppy petals onto the stem. There you go. You've got them on there. And later on, we're going to kind of twist them around to make them look more flower-like, but we're going to go ahead and do the leaves next. Okay, so the leaves are on the green sheet of paper, and I have traced the template onto here. If you want to be creative, you can do that. You don't have to follow ours, but you do want to be able to have some leaves for the poppy, just for some contrast in the color. And then you're going to cut that out. So here is the template cut out. Again, I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to put just a small snip in the center. Again, a very small snip in the center of those, just big enough to put the stem through. I'm going to slide it up, and then you can tape it or glue it, and at this point is when you want to play around with it if you want to twist some of the petals so that it looks like a more full poppy, but basically this is it. Okay, and there's your poppy, and it took what, 2 minutes. So thank you for watching, and have fun making poppies.